Okay, so I created some spell books made from some old chapter books that I had. So in order to make these, if you want to see, here's the original book that I created it from. So this is a Racing in the Rain chapter book. My Life as a Dog. It's a very good story, very emotional, but it is my favorite, but I wanted to change it into something else. So all I did was grab printer paper, wrap it around the chapter book, but if there's like a little bit too much over here, grab a scissor and slice that off. Then for this one, since I made it into an ice spell book, you're gonna have to make a snowflake, hand drawn, and then make like cracked ice around it. And that's what I got. Then the next book that I have in store, the spell book, is, as you saw, is this light one, where this was the first one I made. I pretty much looked at Google to look for spellbook covers, and I found this. It's a good cover, and this was made by Young Frettle, don't mind that. But this was the book that was made from it. So as you saw, there's two sides to it. The symbol from the middle is just bigger on the back. I used a bunch of tape to keep this thing preserved. And well, it's a good book. It's a good spell book. So this is a light one, but as you saw in the preview, there's its opposite, which is the dark one. So the dark one has the same thing, but not all like the fancy stuff on it. Just this. For here, just that, just big, colored in, unlike this one. So I can tell the differences. So this is the dark one, and that's the light one. So there's the light spellbook, which lets me use light spells. We got the ice spellbook, which makes me use ice spells. Then we got the dark spellbook, which, as you can tell, lets me use dark magic. I'm thinking about making other spellbooks later on, and if this video can hit, like, I would say, let's go for 1 to 10 likes, because I know, like, this isn't interesting at all. But if you're like a role player and such, and you want to make your own spell books, you can go from scratch, or if any spell books lying around, which I mean chapter books, then you can make these, color them the way you want. If you have spray paint, you can color this paper, let it dry, harden, then make your own designs. The snowflake I got off of Google, same with the cracked ice. The symbols right here for the light and dark I got off Google Images. So it's kind of like copyright, but these two were do it your own, DIY. Same with this. So I got my ice, my dark, and my light. So I'm ready for anything that is fire, light, and dark. So I basically have these 3 spell books, which, if I got into a role-playing fight, mythological anyways, I would kick ass. But each spellbook has its own healing aspect. So my ice one, I need to wait for a while and throw my hand up in the air while on a random page, which lets me heal. It's called Frozen Capsule. Then for my light, it's just normal, it's heal. Then for my dark one, I have to be in a dark area to use the heal ability for this book. And in order to do that, I have to go to shade, which is kind of dark. I'm also thinking about making a fire one, and then just possibly an elemental one where it just has like a random symbol that I think of, and then like I put it on there, have my own design on it, and yeah. Then I'm also thinking about making a summoning book, which I'm definitely gonna have a summoning symbol on one of it. So yeah, some of these books I got from my mom, and like some of them from Scholastic from school. So yeah, like I thought when I grabbed this book, it was originally this. Dragon Slayer's Academy. Clash Trip to the Cave of Doom. So yeah, it used to be this, and it's pretty old, as you can tell. The pages aren't as white as they used to be, so I thought of Dark Book. This one, it's mid condition, so I have it as a light. This one, it's pretty old, so I thought ice. But hold on, let me just hold it here. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. So here's some better light on these. Yep, ice, light, mid condition. So, and of course, dark one. All three of them have their own thickness. And originally, I thought of making a book like scratch straight from folder paper, has its own design, but I thought if I do that, the ink that I use for the symbols is gonna seep right through into the next page. So I went ahead and just grabbed a normal book, used Sharpie for these. For this, on the other hand, I used marker for like the outline of the ice crack, but on the inside part I used Sharpie, and for the snowflake I used Sharpie, then I colored it in with a black marker. So as you can see, the constant theme here, it's just black ink. I'm not sure if I should like color like the actual page for like the cover itself. I mean, I've been thinking like what should be the back designs for the dark and the ice. Like, give me any suggestions and I can see what I can do. I just hope that if you guys think about making your own spell books, this could help you. Thank you very much. I'm X Defender, and goodbye.